Everybody, Justin here. I'm back, and I'm still sick. It's still Sunday. 2 videos on this Sunday. Before I start my top 30 movies of the 80s, part 2, I just want to say about these fucking stupid, inbred, fucking hicks, dumbasses, white supremacists, Nazis, whatever they're calling them, alt-right. They're fucking white supremacist scumbags. I don't know where the fuck they think they have any business protesting that, they're protesting, I guess, the white people. The white race, I guess. They're angry. And they want to take their country back. Well, you dumb motherfuckers, it was never your country. The white man stole the country from the Indians and the Native Americans, you dumb fucks. I'm not going to rant too long. But in my opinion, this is a disgrace. What's going on the news. And of course, the news has to report on it. And the news has to keep showing the white supremacists and the other protesters against them. They always have to show them fighting on video, because that's what the news does. Anyways, white supremacists, Nazis, you are all dumbasses. And you all deserve to get your ass beat. And, I don't know what else to say. They deserve to get their ass kicked when they try to protest in March. Like they're living in the 40s or 50s. White supremacist America is not for you. You shouldn't live here. You have no business doing what you're doing. With all your stupid anger and hate. And, let me guess. Now you think you can come out in the open and spew all your hate because your little Donald Trump got in office and he won. And now you think, oh, we don't have to hide anymore online. We can come out in the open. No, you can't. Get the fuck out of America. There's no place for you in America. There's no place for your hatred and bigotry and retard, stupid, dumbass thinking. There's no place for you. No place for that shit. No place for that racism crap. So Nazis, white supremacists, KKK, fuck off and go to hell. Go straight to hell. I hope every time you guys march, I hope you get your ass beat by other protesters. So here we go. Sorry I went off on that rant, but I had to get it off my chest. Top 30 movies of the 80s, part 2. I'll be doing 20 down to 10. So number 20, movies of the 80s, came out in, I believe, 1981. I hope I'm not wrong about that. Either 81 or 82. Actually, I could look it up. Doesn't really matter the year it came out. It's kind of a horror movie. And I just think it's awesome and I love it. It's a great movie that was made in the 80s. Actually directed by the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper, directed this movie. It's called The Fun House. Very, very entertaining, fun movie to watch. If you've never seen it, check it out. Number 20 of my top 30 movies of the 80s, number 20 is The Fun House. So, I'm going to actually look it up so I can get the year. So it says 1981. So I guess I was right. So it's not really a horror film. It's called a slasher. / cult film. So, The Funhouse from 1981. Very enjoyable movie. One of my favorites of the 80s. I've probably watched it over 10 times. It's very good. So, The Funhouse is number 20 from 1981. Number 19, the first on my list of top 30, the first Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. The guy was great in the 80s. Made a ton of awesome movies. Number 19 is The Running Man. Very fun, enjoyable action movie. Anyways, I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. The guy in the 80s, the guy didn't have one movie that was bad. All his movies were hits, in my opinion. They were all great. Now, into the 90s, he didn't do many great movies. I can just name a few that were not good. Last Action Hero and Eraser and End of Days. Those movies were pretty stupid. So number 19 is The Running Man. Number 18, another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Number 18 is Conan the Barbarian. Great movie. Great film. Very enjoyable to watch. Number 17 is another Conan movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I believe the Conan movie, Conan the Barbarian, I think was the first one. I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger got hired for it. I think it was his first movie, and the guy could barely speak English. Or didn't know that much English. So number 17 is Conan the Destroyer. Awesome movie from the 80s. Number 16, very enjoyable movie, another action movie. My favorite movies are action, just to let you all know, I love action movies and I love horror movies. That's what I love the most. And after that, I'd probably say comedy. I like comedy. Number 1 would be horror movies and slasher films. And number 2 would be action. Number 16 is American Ninja. Great movie. Some parts, this American Ninja 1, some parts are kind of boring, but it's still good. Number 15 would be another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Number 15 is Commando. Great action movie, Commando. Has an awesome fight scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger's in a mall, and the woman he kidnapped, basically to use her car, she rats him out, tells a cop in the mall that basically he kidnapped her. Then Arnold Schwarzenegger starts beating up the cop and jumping and flying all over the place in the mall. It's good times. Great movie is Commando. By the way, Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter in Commando, she's kidnapped and she's played by Alyssa Milano. She grew up to be very hot. Just saying. Alyssa Milano was in it with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And from Rocky fame, Apollo Creed, I think Carl Weathers might have been in Commando for a minute. But maybe that was Predator. That Carl Edwards, or what's this guy's name? Carl Weathers. I think he was in Predator, not Commando. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, Commando, awesome movie. So far, 4 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies are from number 20 down to number 10. So far, I got 4 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Conan the Barbarian, The Running Man, Conan the Destroyer, and Commando. Number 14 is Rocky 3. One of the best Rockies, in my opinion, of the series. Mr. T played... The guy was great in his part. Mr. T was awesome in Rocky 3. Also, Hulk Hogan was in Rocky 3. Made his movie debut as Thunder Lips. Funny thing, Rocky 3 came out in 1982. And I think, yeah, it came out in 1982, I believe. Funny thing about Rocky 3 years later, in 1985, not just Mr. T, but Hulk Hogan would main event the first ever WrestleMania. That's pretty amazing to think about. They're both in Rocky 3, and then 3 years later, they were both in the WrestleMania 1 main event. That's pretty historic, if you ask me. Or just think about that. That's pretty amazing. So, number 13 would be Creepshow. Great movie. Creepshow is a great movie. I forget the year it came out. I think it was 83 or something like that. So number 13 is Creepshow. Number 12 would be another Sylvester Stallone movie, because the guy made a lot of awesome movies in the 80s. Number 12 would be Rambo. The first Rambo. Rambo First Blood. Came out in 1982, I believe. Or 81. One of those years. Rambo First Blood is number 12. Again, my entire list of top 30 movies are a lot of action and a lot of horror, because that's what I like the most. So number 12 is Rambo First Blood. Number 11 is Scanners. Scanners, awesome movie. I believe it was made in Canada. I think Scanners is from Canada, I think, but who cares? It's a great movie. It's a thriller, whatever, I don't know what you call it, thriller or something like that. Scanners is a great movie. Scanners is number 11. In the beginning, there's a scene where the guy basically has like psychic powers over other people's brains and can like really mess with your head and really put you in a lot of pain, like controlling your brain or something. And he actually controls this one dude's brain. He's just talking around the table and his head explodes. That is an awesome scene. So number 11 is Scanners. Never seen it. Never seen any of these movies. From number 20 down to number 11. Never seen Scanners, Creepshow, Rambo First Blood, Rocky 3, Commando, American Ninja, Conan the Destroyer, Conan the Barbarian, The Running Man, The Funhouse. Never seen those movies. Check them all out. In my opinion, they are all great. Great films. So there it is. Part 2 of my top 30 movies of the 80s. Part 2 is in the books. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. Have a great Sunday night. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Bye for now, everybody.